Hello, my name is Zachary Lewis, and today I'd like to talk to you about this new game that I'm developing called Monolith. I'm working on it with a friend of mine named Timbo. He's doing the art, I'm doing the programming. And the basic concept behind Monolith is it's an exploratory tower climbing procedurally generated platformer. Timbo came to me, he's like, hey, we should make this game because I like this old game, and so we got to it. You're a janitor trying to save a princess from an evil scientist, so that makes sense. So it's based off of the old game Nebulous, which was developed for the Amiga, and we're basically taking it, revamping it, taking the way that you moved as you rotate around a tower. Instead of actually walking left and right, you're climbing this giant tower. And the idea behind it is there's going to be 99 towers that are all procedurally generated, and you've got to reach the top. We've been working on it for a couple weeks. We've got it to a playable state. It's looking pretty good, and I'm going to show you guys some gameplay. I hope that you like the first peek of Monolith.
So here's a first look inside of Monolith gameplay. Monolith has gone through a couple design changes. Right now we're trying out larger blocks for our character to interact with. Before it was smaller blocks, more of a step-like setup. We feel that these larger blocks are more conducive to our art style and to our play style. Currently all the blocks are randomized. They still have their definite location, but the actual block texture and grass effect on it is randomized at startup. So here is our janitor character, and I'm playing this with an Xbox 360 gamepad, but it also works with keyboard and mouse. You can see how he can jump, run, climb. We've got beautiful animations for all of his movements done by Timbo. Now you can see in the background the upcoming blocks that are behind you on the other side of this tower. We have been playing on and off with actually having a physical tower there to prevent you from seeing those, or right now what we're doing is we're just fading it out. If we keep it with the fade out, we're going to have some kind of graphic in the middle, either energy beams or some kind of glow to actually give you the feeling that this is a magical floating tower. If we go with just a standard tower, then, well, it'll just be a standard tower and it'll make sense as well. So as you can see, this game's a little bit of a platformer. There's no enemies yet, but we have a standard mop attack. You can swipe people with your mop right now. As you progress through the game, you can buy upgrades for your mop. Give it a little RPG element. But right now we just have one level made, and it's mainly for testing purposes. And you can see how if you fall down, you're gonna wind back up somewhere else on the tower. So we're toying with the idea of a collapsible tower, but a couple of people have voiced that might reduce the feeling of exploration, and we want to cater to our players as much as possible because they're the people who are going to be playing it. So, but we might have a couple levels that starts to fall out from underneath you, so you have to be fast to break up the monotony of just a standard tower platformer. But this is the basic technical demo. You can run, you can jump, all the controls feel solid. I know it's hard to tell just watching it, but I like them. And so here's the end of our pre-made level just for testing. I've been using this level to test jump height, jump distance, basic character traits as I've been programming it. So at the end of the level there's going to be a rope up and you can climb it up into the next tower, but we don't have that in right now. So this was a first look at Monolith gameplay, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Found some poop.